Hi class! In the following videos, we're going to be creating a Battleships clone game made on Google Sheets. This is an example that I'm going to be using to create ours with. It's already been created by a person named Eric Kurtz, and we thank him for that. In this lesson, we're going to be creating the instruction sheet, and then the other lessons, we're going to be creating the other types. So head on over to your Google page and start a new Google Sheet. We're going to start by using a blank sheet this time. Now, if you notice, we didn't have all the cells that we needed, or we have way too many. So scroll down to the bottom, hold the Shift key, and select up to number 16. That lets us select multiple cells. Then right click and come down to where it says delete rows 16 through 1000. We're going to do the same thing from rows G to row Z. So hold Shift, right click, and delete columns. Shift clicking lets us select multiple things. There we go. Now let's make a spot for a logo. Again, click and shift click down to cell 14 and come up to where it says merge cells on your toolbar. What that does is it puts it all into one single cell, a single cell that spans many. We're also going to do something similar for these other cells. So we're going to shift click and select everything but row 14. Come back up to that merge little button and you'll see a lot of options. We're going to pick the one that says merge horizontally. That makes everything merge up, except it only does it in rows, which is just what we want for our instruction set. All right, time to put some text in. On the Chrome Academy website, we've saved all the text for you. You just need to copy and paste with Command C or Control C and Command V to paste. So paste these instructions in and come back when you're finished. I'm just going to fast forward through this part because it's a little bit boring. All right, once you've finished, we're going to do something with that bottom row. We're going to merge a few of those cells together just so that we have room to put some information, for example, our names, and maybe give reference to Eric who made this original game. So merge a few of those cells together. It doesn't really matter what you do. It depends on what you want to put in, and maybe put in your name. And what also I'm going to do is give credit to Eric for making this. So I'm going to go back to the Chrome Academy site where I've saved that information, and I'm going to copy and paste the part that gives him credit. All right. The next thing you notice is that the text runs off the edge and we can't see it. So let's select all those rows over there, and we'll come up to the menu bar here. And we are going to choose the text wrapping button. Notice the arrow on the little right, and we'll click wrap. What wrapping does is it makes the text bump down to the next line instead of running off into being invisible. You can clean a few things up as you wish. And what's left is formatting the text so it stands out. So I want the first two lines to be bold, so I'm going to shift click to select them both and click the bold button on the menu bar. These tools are very similar to Google Docs. Do the same with line 2, click on it, click bold, and we'll do the same with line 3. All right, now I want to make the step 1 stand out a lot. It's important. So let's change the font size to 14 so it's a lot bigger. Now that looks okay, but I want it to really stand out, so I'm going to resize that row. Notice how when I go over to that row to resize it, the little arrow shows up. That means that I can click and drag to resize that cell. The problem is now it's on the bottom. The text is on the bottom, and I would rather that text was vertically centered. So I click in it and I come to the vertical align button and choose middle. That's looking a lot better. One other thing that I could do is perhaps add some color to it. So let's choose a yellow color. We'll try a different yellow color. That one's kind of ugly. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Now I want to add some bold and some color to some other important parts of the instructions, such as this. Things are starting to look pretty good now, but our text is kind of clumped together. What we can do to spread this out a little bit is to add some distance, just like we did in some of the other ones. So under step 2, I'll click and drag and make that cell a little taller. And this time I'm going to go up to vertical align and choose top. That way I have some bottom space there between that and the next line. Do that also for step 3, and there we go. It's looking a lot better now. Our instructions are still missing a lot of stuff, but we're going to be adding more in the next video. Now on the bottom row, I'm going to add a gray fill color. That will help it stand out and look a little different. And I also want to give Eric Kurtz some backlinks to his site. So I want to give him credit so people can actually go to his site if they want to say thank you for creating this. So I've copied the link, and now I'm going to go up to the menu bar and click on that chain icon. That opens up the ability to add a hyperlink to the web. And I'm going to paste in my link and then click apply. Great. Now whenever you hover over that text, you can click on the URL and head over to his website. Okay, last thing is we'll give our spreadsheet a name. You can name it whatever you like. And I think also I would like to favorite it so it's easy to find. So I'll click that star. Great. That's all there is. I'll see you soon in the next video where we finish up the formatting for this instruction page.